shaking. How the poppin' is shaking. Y'all is a lazy. My posse deep and I raiding. We act a fool for the paper. Had a dream and I made it. El Camino on Dayton's. Bitches guess over bait. Put the bread on me. Bet on my bacon. Big it flat in the bacon. I might just roll out today. I might just roll out to Vegas. Head back to my old ways. Cop a roof for all day. Look at me, baby. Look at me, baby. Don't I look like a million? I'm about to clean out the safe. Don't I look like somebody that just be bodying everything? All that talking is great, but I don't be talking.
Okay, Coach, we are about 15 miles south of downtown Buffalo at New Era Field in Orchard Park. The scene a few moments ago, here it is. It's unlike any other in sport as both teams made their way out of the tunnel. These folks are fired up as their guys are ready to do battle between the Miami Dolphins and the Buffalo Bills. The children will groan. It's the final weekend of summer, but we've got the NFL, and we're underway on EA Sports. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback.
Detroit! Detroit!
And they'll go on the ground. Whoosh. And they're running right through it. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. That's a good way to start the drive. 17 yards and a first down. One play has him up past the 40 already, and another 1st and 10.
Now let's go! 3-19! 3-19!
They'll look to throw here on first down. And they drop him for a loss, but penalty markers are on the field. Let's see about the call. Oh, this crowd does not like that call.
Understandable reaction from them. That's their team that the penalty is going against. But you and I both know they're going to take care of the quarterback.
And they'll go ground game here with the tailback. And he'll take this one down to about the 40. 3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be 2nd down.
Well, I think that's what they're going to need to do here in the first half. You've got to take some pressure off of this young quarterback, and no better way to do it than to establish the running game early.
Lucky 56!
Looking to throw. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off near the 32. And he'll take it across midfield to the 46-yard line. Certainly not how they envisioned ending their opening drive here in the first quarter.
Too many ones in this play. First quarter, first drive, first interception thrown.
And that last one, that hurts. They'll run with a former Tar Heel, T.J. Logan. And he's going to get this one down near the 45-yard line. Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
They'll run it here with Logan. Flashed the stick skills, but didn't get a ton from it. Stopped short of the 35. Give him 8 yards there. Still a few inches to go, though, as it'll be 3rd down at about the length of the football. On 3rd and short, going with their tight end. And the penetration too strong. He won't make it back to the line of scrimmage. It'll be a loss of 1, and that's going to make it 4th down. And now the field goal team on for Buffalo. This from 54 yards away. And this one is right down the middle. And the Bills will take a 3-0 lead. They got the interception, but very little movement after, and that forces them to settle for 3. And it does feel like settling when that happens, doesn't it?
It certainly does, but we got to give a lot of credit where it's due, and that's to the defense because they ran onto the field. It's what we call sudden change, right? Interception, you got to go put out the fire, and they did, holding them to a field goal.
The Dolphins offense now working their way back onto the field. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack them here. The play-action fake. They'll look to throw. He almost had it. The big D lineman nearly had an interception. Instead, it falls down incomplete.
Well, nearly another interception there. That would have been 2 drives in a row with a pick. He's got to start taking care of the ball way better than what we're seeing. Interestingly,
that throw was probably worse than the one he threw the interception on last drive, but fell incomplete. On 3rd down, he'll drop to throw. And this is going to be incomplete.
And 3rd down is a key down in any game you play. And 3rd down defense, something we've got to watch in this one. Got to be effective on the passing downs. That's a pretty good first step right there.
They only punted twice in the win last week as he gets this one away. Taken in at the 22. A big kick that time, 52 yards. And the Bills will take over the football with a 1st and 10. And the Bills getting set to go. And fortunate to get points on the board last time. They had to hit a really long field goal to do so.
The kickers in today's game are so good and so skilled and hit from distances that we almost start to take them for granted. And we can't do that. That's a long field goal that they got 3 points out of. They've got to feel good about that, and they better make sure they love him up because he's helped them out.
Yeah, now we'll see if that offense can put 6 on the board here. We'll see. Now they'll run it on the toss. And he got blown up on that play. Back at the 20. It's a loss of 4 there, bringing up 2nd down.
An interesting and intriguing decision there defensively because they kept extra DBs on the field despite seeing the multiple tight end look that came out for the offense.
I thought they were going to switch out of it. I didn't know if they felt they didn't have time or what the case was.
Well, in any event, the extra speed allowed for great penetration as they stuffed that one behind the line of scrimmage.
Now a deep ball there on 2nd down, but it'll wind up incomplete. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down.
56. Gone, 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 gone.
Working out of the shotgun. Here's Allen. And incomplete. A disappointing drop there defensively by the rookie. And now 4th down.
Not only was the call spot on, how about the execution of that defense right there? The zone was absolutely locked up tight. He was trying to force it in there on 3rd down.
But if there's a time to force it, he felt like he needed to make a play, right?
Yeah, exactly right. 3rd down, you got to try and find something. There's nothing available there for him.
A tremendous return there, 39 yards. And the Dolphins will begin this drive in great field position, 1st and 10. So good starting field position for him here as they come up 1st and 10. They'll look to throw. On the move to his left. And his throw is incomplete. Well, not to get too overcritical there because he knows what he's doing, but his shoulders looked a little off kilter there when he threw that.
I don't think you're being overly critical there. You're just analyzing it, and he gets those shoulders right. That pass will go from incomplete to complete.
They'll run it now out of the gun. Takes to midfield, but no further. Just a yard there.
And this is why aggressive defensive coordinators love to blitz. It wreaks havoc because they end up taking their attention to the blitzers, freed up the D lineman to make the play.
From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. Alluding to pressure right. He can run for it, and he will. And he'll be out just a yard or two shy of the 30. 17 yards for the Dolphins there as they've got themselves a first down.
I'm not sure he falls under the category of mobile quarterback, but he's athletic enough that if you don't keep your rush lanes intact, he finds a way to hurt you.
As coaches like to say, I wouldn't call him a burner, but enough there in the tank. And he's got this down almost to the 20 before he's dropped. 12 more yards there and another first down.
But we just saw him run the football really effectively there with 3 tight ends in the game. And any defensive coordinator, when they see that set, if they can get more bodies out onto the field, not more than 11, of course, but bigger bodies to combat what they're going to do, because that's a run-heavy formation. Those guys are out there to block 9 times out of 10. And in this case, they did it really successfully.
Now he'll look to throw here on 2nd and 10. Finding his safety valve here. That's complete. And he's brought down just outside of the 10 at the 11. They'll wind up getting 10 back as that sets him up for 3rd down. The last catch nearly got him a first, but it did not. And they'll try to convert on 3rd and inches. Now they'll run it on the toss. And they go the wrong way on this one. Losing yardage back at the 12. That'll make it 4th down after a loss of 1.
They tried to run right into the teeth of the defense on 3rd down, but looked like those teeth were pretty sharp.
They were having absolutely none of it. Stuffed them for a loss.
Yeah, couldn't get any leverage up front and move people aside in order to run the ball.
So 3 drives now for this offense, and that field goal gives them their first 3 points.
So if you're an offensive coordinator and you're averaging a point a drive, you're in the wrong line of work, aren't you? You got to find a way to unlock the key to these defenses and put some big points on the board.
And now out come the Bills. And this is their 3rd drive. Right now, maybe not about points, just about getting something. They haven't gotten a first down yet in this game. It's
a mental barrier you don't think about until you go a couple of drives without getting a first down. Then all of a sudden it looms big. It gets harder and harder to actually attain that first down.
On the carry, it's Logan. And they'll blow that one up back at the 16-yard line. A loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's 2nd down.
That goes down as a loss against his rushing stats. But really, should he have to absorb that one? He had no chance on that play before they overwhelmed him.
Pretty much on top of him before he could take his first step. And now maybe they want some extra. Time to talk about this 3rd and long play as we'll get a timeout. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this 2nd quarter.
Watch it now, Barney! Detroit! All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky.
So they fake the handoff. Now Allen. He's going to loft one deep left side here. And that one incomplete. Had some position but couldn't hold on, and it brings up 4th down.
And what did we talk with them about prior to the game? Their ability to move the chains, pick up first downs. So far, 0 for 3 on 3rd down. If that continues, they'll have little chance of winning this one.
A good return there. Call it 13 yards. And it'll be Dolphin football. Out comes the Miami offensive unit now. They get set to take over. And they had 3 points last time, but they didn't want 3 points because they were well within range of scoring a touchdown. We'll see if they can do better now.
I'm with you on that one. Let's just go ahead and be frank about the whole thing. The only one happy about the 3-point.
The kicker.
Exactly. He put it through the post. That's going to help him at contract time. But that offense, they're thinking, let's get in the end zone this time.
I don't know if that helped him at contract time. You could have kicked that one through.
I don't know about that.
Toe bash.
I don't know about that. Super toe.
Dre Kirkpatrick, the cornerback, up to make the stop.
Gun! Watch him now, Barney!
And they'll go with the ground attack here. Oh, able to avoid him. There he goes, right side. And all the way in for a Miami touchdown. A great play there with his first career NFL touchdown. And the Dolphins strike quickly here for 6 points. Extra point by Carlson, up and good. And the lead is now 10-3. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. And here come the Bills. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means you're going to lose the field position battle as a general rule. What they're looking for now is a little more consistency, move the ball at least a few times on offense, get a couple of first downs, and hopefully flip the field.
Yeah, just something to build off of. That's what they're looking for here. Escaping the pressure right. And he takes us beyond the 35 before going out of bounds. Right off the bat, it's a first down to start the drive, 12 yards.
That was an excellent job of recognizing the situation. His first read wasn't there. Heck, his second read wasn't there. But he bought himself a little extra time scrambling out of the pocket, got to the sticks, and picked up the first down.
Here's Allen on 1st and 10. Going for the deep ball. That's caught inside the 20. And he'll be marked down deep on Miami's side of the field. A big play here for the Bills. 46 yards. So the big play means just like that, they'll operate from the red zone now on first down. Here's a carry for a former starter. This is Lamar Miller. And he's eaten up at the line of scrimmage. Might have gotten a yard down to the 16.
Typically, we think it's the strong safeties that are better tacklers, especially closer to the line of scrimmage amidst traffic. But in this case, how about the free safety coming up and making the big-time play?
And he will be brought down at about the 6-yard line. It's a 10-yard gain there, and it sets him up now 1st and goal. They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And they'll lose yardage here. They go backwards to the 13-yard line. That's going to go as a loss of 7, and it'll set them back for 2nd down. And now they'll throw with Allen. Flush to his right. Bust through the tackle. Allen hit. He lost the football. And the Dolphins have got it. Holding on to the football becoming a little bit of an issue. He had 2 fumbles last week, remember.
I played for a guy that used to talk all the time about creating turbulence in the pocket, making the quarterback jumpy, make him antsy, keep getting after him a little bit, and make sure he thinks about holding on to the ball because you're going after him.
They'll come out throwing here on 1st down. Wide open receiver complete. And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down. A very solid gain of 27. So 1st and 10 now in Buffalo territory at the 42-yard line. And they'll try the ground game here with the running back. And that one blown up quickly as he's going to be stopped before he could even get started. He'll wind up losing a yard on the play, and it'll be 2nd and 11.
All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56. Detroit! Detroit!
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he was able to shed the tackle, but the reserves come in for the stop. Tremaine Edmonds there to bring him down. You talked about the need for them to establish the run early. They've been able to do that. And the Bills are going to get him as he goes down. Andrew Billings coming in to drop him for a loss of 8, and it'll be 4th down. Here's Matt Hawk now as he'll punt it away for the second time. He gets this one away, and boy, it's another boomer. The Bills offense now, they get set to head back onto the field. And they'll be looking to atone for last time's mistake of fumbling inside the red zone. Certainly they don't want to do that again.
And so much emphasis placed on red zone offense. I mean, you have periods devoted in practice just for that because everyone knows how vital it is to put points on the board when you've entered that part of the field. And to come away with nothing, that's difficult for a team to handle.
And difficult, and now we'll see if they can make it less difficult on themselves on this drive.
What's the old expression, 3 yards in a cloud of dust? In this case, it's dust-covered pellets. It's no longer that old grass that we used to play on, right, and chew it up. Now we've got that artificial surface. You see the pellets go up. Still a nice play by the defense.
Now they'll run it on the toss. And he'll get about 3 as he takes this up near the 25.
Well, he hasn't made much of an impact in the running game thus far, and after that last run, not much is going to change in that area.
He hasn't been able to get anything going, and really the offensive line not helping him much. The Bills on 3rd down, 0 for 3 to this point. They could use a conversion. This will be 3rd and 5.
No, check. Patriot! Patriot! All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56.
Two minutes to play here in the first half. Back to Buffalo after this. The Bills on 3rd down, 0 for 3 to this point. They could use a conversion. This will be 3rd and 5. From the gun, it's Allen. And incomplete. The contact made the ball roam free and brings up 4th down.
Anytime a defense can sit back in a zone like that, it tends to create a lot of congestion in the middle of the field. Makes it very hard to slot one in.
Looked like I-4 at rush hour in your hometown of Orlando, Florida. An absolute mess. On the NFL scoreboard, second quarter in Nashville. The Patriots, they're out to an early lead. That one tight to this point, and you'd have to imagine it'll stay tight throughout. Good starting field position for them as they come up 1st and 10. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. Flushed out right. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. Successful start to the drive, 17 yards. It moves the sticks. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. And they'll run it here. And he stopped immediately there. Sheldon Richardson there to make the play. And he got off the end there very quickly to make that play.
Yeah, it was almost like the bullet train, wasn't it? I mean, just zoom. Quick, quick, quick. And what a terrific play, holding them to no gain.
And he whips that one incomplete there.
That one fell incomplete there, but the best quarterbacks, they'll miss on 40% of their throws, somewhere in that neighborhood, similar to a great hitter in baseball who's going to fail 7 out of 10 times and still have a great year. In this case, you want perfection, but way better that it hits the ground instead of going to an opposite color jersey.
And that is incomplete.
I know our vantage point might be a little bit better way up here, but that looked like an ill-advised throw to me. I didn't see anything open, and this play just didn't look right from the beginning.
It did not. I thought he might get outside and just chuck it away. Dangerous pass, incomplete. Carlson able to put this one through. And they will stretch their lead to 10 now at 13-3. These kickers now, it used to be that a 50-plus yarder was cause for celebration, now seemingly automatic.
Yeah, isn't it funny when we prepare for a game, when you look at the backgrounds of these kickers, it's interesting, isn't it, to find out they were all-state quarterbacks, receivers, defensive backs, all-state wrestlers, right? Baseball players. We're finding athletes all along, and now they're just specialists putting it through the posts.
Now they'll run it on the toss, and he'll go down right at the 30-yard line. Now the Bills will use the second of their timeouts as the stoppage will come with a little under a minute to go in this first half. Ball on the 30. They'll come up with a second and 5.
Detroit! We got 4. Gun! 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 Check that. We got Mike 52 right here.
On second down, here's Allen. Looking deep downfield. And both guys were there, but it falls incomplete.
Well, partner, they're not content to run this one out as we head towards the half, trying to hit a big chunk play right there and add to their score.
Yeah, this is a confident group. At the very least, they're thinking field goal.
Yeah, and I don't blame them one bit. I don't think you sit on the ball going into the half when you have a chance to put some more points on the board.
They come up now 3rd and 5 following the incomplete pass.
Detroit! Gun! 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 All right, now, Lucky 56. Lucky 56.
Now Allen. Throwing the out route incomplete. It's Davis. He's got his first catch here before halftime, and it goes for a first down.
A little football 101 there. You just see the receiver try to run down the defender, meaning he goes right at him and really trying to move him a little bit towards the center of the field so he can put his foot in the ground and break to the out, to the sideline, and make a catch.
They go play action here on first down. He's going to air one out. So they took a shot on first down but couldn't connect.
But one thing that I've liked defensively is that they've shown them a lot of different looks here in the first half. They've come after them. They've sat back. I think that's what you need to do to keep an offense guessing.
And they certainly have kept them on their toes. That's why they haven't had much success on the scoreboard. Here's Allen. It's caught right side. It turns. Now the Dolphins are going to halt the action here. It's a timeout, as the clock will stop with 21 seconds to go here in the first half. Well, that last completion is certainly not what they were hoping for, as now they'll try to convert on third.
Gun! 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 Gun!
Again, they'll throw with Allen. And he can't quite intercept it. Zone coverage, free safety was there. Couldn't come up with it, and now it's 4th down. The Bills send the punter out. He's been one of their few bright spots so far. Let's take it at around the 40. A special teams mistake there, no doubt. Just 26 yards officially on the punt. And control of the football switching hands with very little time remaining until the half. Good starting field position for them here as they come up 1st and 10.
No. Check. Patriot.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And they'll work this down to the 40-yard line, tackled there. And we're going to get a timeout with 2 seconds remaining in the second quarter. Online, but off the crossbar, no good. A long-range effort denied 3 points at the very end. So we've reached halftime here, and it's the visiting Dolphins taking a lead to the locker room. As we'll head down to Orlando, that's where we find our man Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach, and that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. Out come the Bills now as they'll go on offense first here in this third quarter. These guys had to punt their last possession, and that's become too familiar of a refrain. Too many of these drives just wound up going nowhere.
But you know how in baseball, when the pitcher gets a base hit and he's on base, they bring his jacket out to him to keep him warm? A lot of times the punter goes to the sideline, puts on sweatpants or a wrap over his leg to keep it warm. He might need a massage from the trainer right now from all the work he's getting.
7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave him with a 2nd and 3. They'll operate from the 32-yard line here, 2nd and 3.
Yeah, baby.
They run again with Logan. And he'll lose yardage. Brought down at the 32. It'll go as a loss of a yard, and it'll set up 3rd down.
But these guys are going to chop into that deficit. They have to do a much better job in the run game. Caught behind the line of scrimmage, no yardage will be found.
Allen going to try and throw on 3rd down, eluding the pressure right. Wide open receiver complete. And he's going to get this down to the 35-yard line. A very nice pickup of 33 yards.
Well, partner, I'm not sure how this drive's going to end, but how about the way they flip field position there? A nice attacking play that picked up a heck of a chunk of yardage.
So that changes things a bit. Here's a 1st and 10 all the way down at the 35.
Lucky 56.
1st down, and they're going to throw with Allen. Caught right side, Davis. And all the way home for a Bills touchdown. As his guys are in for 6, and the Bills draw a bit closer. And a nice job by him to catch this. Oh, they flip it to the kicker. He looks like he's going to throw it. It's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
Let me go ahead and show my age a little bit. I liked it when they would fake it from the 3-yard line, right? When you'd line up, go ahead and, oh, there's a fake, and he's going to get 2. That's great. But from the 15, the risk-reward, it's just not there.
It's so risky to get 15 yards on a fake. Well, you see the result right. And nothing but daylight ahead. 20. And he will score. Touchdown, Miami. In for the score. And the Dolphins are able to grow their lead. Such an electric play, so much fun to watch, and you need all 11 guys in sync for that to be successful, don't you?
Without a doubt. That's teamwork, to be able to put it all together. But that play is really probably the most exciting 10 seconds in football.
And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. Now the Bills offense gets ready to head back onto the field. Allen and the Bills now with a 1st and 10 at their 25-yard line.
All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56.
Now a play fake here on 1st down. And it pops free. The collision there jarred the ball loose and brings up 2nd down.
The beauty of being able to play a zone defense when you can sit back and see the ball coming out of the quarterback's hands, guess what? Creates a lot of confusion, kind of a muddle in the middle of the field where you go make a play on the football.
Line of scrimmage, again the 25, 2nd and 10.
Gone! Detroit!
Allen again here on 2nd and 10. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
Maybe a little frustration starting to creep in. The offensive line hasn't done a great job of protecting him in this game, and there he was, hit again as he threw it.
Yeah, another time on his backside, probably starting to get a little frustrated.
Got to keep his composure. Can't let the defense know that they're getting to him.
These guys have punted 4 times already, and they're staring at a 5th, barring a conversion here on 3rd down. Throwing is Allen on 3rd. Escaping the pressure right. That's brought in by Davis over the middle. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. A big 3rd down conversion with a gain of 28. And again, it's Allen. Caught on the right side by Jones. And that play will go nowhere. Losing yardage back near midfield at the 49.
Well, that was a simple throw and catch, but even with that completion, 0 yards gained, so they're behind schedule on down and distance.
I think they were hoping to get it to him. He could make a man or 2 miss, but that window closed quickly. Allen. That's caught inside the 20. And all the way down to the 9. So with the pass being completed, they'll go ahead and take that instead.
Nothing extra to be gained. Pass interference at the spot, completed the pass. That was your play. So it might as well have not even had the penalty.
The chain gang hustling to catch up. Here's first and goal from just inside the 10. He'll get it up the middle. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. That'll go as a loss of 5. And that'll make it second and goal. Now flags will come in. One of the Bills got going a little early. And that'll be accepted, of course, and that moves him back 5. Things made a little more difficult after the false start as they try again on second and goal.
Lucky 56. Gun, 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 gun.
So the shotgun snap to Allen. This is caught, and he's able to get it down to the 2-yard line. Really nice gain on the completion. However, still third and goal that they face now.
I know many people like to throw to the tight end, maybe in a little flexed out position because he creates.
And this is caught for a Bills touchdown. As his guys are in for 6. And the Bills have cut it to within a score. Well, this offense only mustered 3 points in the first half on that field goal. They picked up the pace now. 2 third-quarter touchdowns.
Hey, you remember that appearance we had last week in front of that crowd? And they asked about halftime adjustments and all that was going on. And remember what I said. It's not always an adjustment at halftime. Sometimes just remembering the game plan and playing better, tuning it up and just working through it methodically. They got it done in this case.
Of course, I'll always remember that appearance because I had on a brown belt with black shoes, and you pointed that out in front of the crowd. So thanks for that.
I said that out loud?
You did.
Yeah, my bad.
A 5-point game now as here comes the kickoff. This is fielded at the goal line. And he'll take this one near the 25, call it the 26-yard line. And out come the Dolphins now. They have the lead. Now they'll be looking to extend that lead.
And this is where I enjoy talking about one of my favorite subjects, tendency breakers, or counters as I also like to call them. You've done things in a certain way in the first half, and they've had the ability to see what you've done. They're going to make their adjustments. So guess what? You adjust yourself and try and stay ahead of the pace because you are looking for some separation in this ball game.
The adjustment to the adjustment.
Without a doubt. Show them one thing, hit them with something else.
All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56. Gun, 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 gun. Gun, 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 gun.
Out of the gun, they'll look to throw. On the right side, open is Gesicki. First target, first catch, and a first down.
That was a route run not just with dexterity, but with intelligence. Found the hole in the zone, made sure the quarterback saw him, and was able to make the sure catch and put the down marker back to 1.
They're going to look to throw. Quick hitter here, it's complete. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. A 10-yard pickup, and it's enough for a Dolphins first down. Back to throw now on first down. He couldn't quite hold it. Got hit. Ball pops out. Incomplete.
That would have been a great catch, but it's real difficult to hold on to it because it was contested all the way. Would have been a great play if he'd been able to haul that one in.
So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10. Now they'll run on the draw. It'll be a pickup of 5, and that leaves them with 5 more. 3rd and 5 now.
Boy, where would these guys be without his performance on the ground? That puts him over 100 yards now for the afternoon, and I tell you, he seems to be getting stronger as the day goes along.
Hurry up, here we go.
Now back to throw. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down.
Okay, was it a breakdown in protection? Did the running back not pick him up? What does it really matter? Sometimes it's just a great play made by the defense. Big-time sack.
His first punt, 45 yards. This looks good as well. And not what he was hoping for there, as this will hit in the end zone for a touchback. The Bills offense coming out, ready to take over. Allen and the Bills now with a 1st and 10 at their own 20-yard line. On 1st down, Allen. And the Dolphins rush gets home. Down he goes. Emmanuel Ogbah in there to drop him, and it'll be a loss of about 8. So that complicates things a bit here. 18 yards to go now on 2nd down. Now Allen. Caught on the left side by Benjamin. And he'll get it up a little shy of the 15. They'll spot him down at the 14-yard line. That catch good for only a yard, and it'll be 3rd down.
The goal of a wide receiver screen is get enough blockers in front to create a wall and let him pick his spot to run the football. How about the defense there, swarming to it and not allowing that to happen? Did not let him get downfield.
To throw, it's Allen. Allen hit. He lost the football. And the Dolphins have got it. Back now in Buffalo. It's Dolphin football. It's also Dolphin lead to begin quarter number 4. So 1st and goal, 6 points here would go a long way toward wrapping this one up. Now they'll run it on the toss. And he is in. Touchdown, Miami. A great effort there. With 2 touchdowns on the season, both in this game. And the Dolphins use the short field to their advantage as they cash in for 6. Extra point by Carlson, up and good. And the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. This fielded at the 2. And he'll be taken down just past the 20 at about the 21-yard line. Here's the Buffalo offense now as they get set to take over here. And they had the fumble last time that led to a touchdown. That's a no-no. We'll see what they do here this go-around.
A big no-no. Put that in capital letters. Turning it over, the other team takes it down and scores. That can be a deflator for a football team. Now it's up to the offense to get back out on the field and pick things up.
They're out there. We'll see if they can pick those things back up. And he will lose yardage on the play. Back at his own 19-yard line. 4th quarter, every drive so critical, and you figure may only get one more shot after this, so a touchdown's imperative on this drive.
It is, but you also have to think to yourself in play calling, don't hold anything back. Don't save it for the second touchdown. You got the first one for the second one to even matter.
Allen now looks to throw. And he can't get rid of it. He's taken down.
Brandon, if I'm an offensive coordinator and I see an all-out rush like that, I file it away because I'm going to use their aggressiveness against them as this game goes on. I'm going to hit them with a screen soon.
Gun!
On 3rd and long, it's Allen. Dancing to his left. He's going to run, but he's got a long way to go. And they'll bring him down here up at about the 22-yard line. And they're indeed going to go for it here on 4th down. So trailing here in the last quarter. Let's see how this plays out.
Detroit! Over!
One final try here for Allen. And that is incomplete. The Bills' drive stalls out on 4th down. And the Dolphins get the football in great field position. Off the play fake, he'll look to throw. Blitz coming, and down he goes. They're down here in the 4th, and that personal foul penalty is not going to help.
No, in these types of situations, players will tell you that's extra intensity. from where we sit, it's actually frustration, not a good play.
Now on first down, he'll drop to throw it. And intercepted, maybe the turning point they need. Picked off inside the 5. And he'll be brought down. Oh, that's a face mask. Certainly looked like it. Indeed, here come the flags. After the penalty, a fresh set of downs. It's 1st and 10.
Gun! 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 Gun!
Allen going to throw. Buying time to his left. Charles Harris, he's the one that finally runs him down, and that is a big, big loss. 18 yards. Now this one from about 2 counties over after the sack. They come up on a 2nd and very long. They're going to run this with a tight end. And he will forge his way forward only up to the 2-yard line. Just a pickup of a yard there. That won't help too much. They're left with a 3rd and forever now. And on the ground they go with a running back. And this one will be taken up. They'll spot it right at the 7.
As much as I praise teams for being true to who they are, in this situation, I wonder if maybe they outguessed themselves a little bit. 3rd down, seemed like an obvious passing situation. They chose to run it and didn't get anywhere close to the 1st down.
Watch it now, Barney! Barney!
Now Allen, gotta have this one. And no, it's incomplete. So they really needed points here in a 2-score game. Could not come away with anything there on 4th.
And while we know they're a little bit discouraged here, they can't check out of this game. You and I have called a good number of games over the course of our career where we've seen these types of situations. Teams get the ball back, and that miracle does occur. So they can't let that dream go just yet. They have to get stout on defense here.
Yeah, right now really hoping for a turnover. Well, we looked at each other right away. We knew that flag was coming out.
And I always enjoy the conversation post because officials always tell you, I don't want to throw the flag, but you caused the play. You did it. I had to.
So the ball's moved to about the 1 after the penalty, 1st and goal. Now they'll run it on the toss. And he takes it into the end zone for the Dolphin touchdown. A great play there. Taking it in from a yard out. And the Dolphins add on to their lead. He keeps carrying the ball into the end zone, and in this one, he's sort of carrying the team on his back.
He's the reason that they lead right now, no question about it. And you talk about on his back, he's not minding the extra weight at all, is he? Carrying that just as lightly as he does the football. Yeah, what a great performance so far.
Those 3 touchdowns, it's got him in the lead. This is fielded at the goal line. And he'll get it up past the 20 to the 22-yard line. Now the Bills offense gets ready to head back onto the field. And last time out, went for it on 4th down, turned it over, gave them great field position, turned into 6 points, so they've got to recover here, Charles.
It's amazing what one decision can do in the chain of events, right? The decision to go for it on 4th down.
Caused all of that.
It caused every bit of it, but it showed confidence. Hey, I've got confidence in you guys. Go pick it up for them. Didn't happen. Also showed confidence in the defense. They didn't pick up their end of the bargain, so now they've got to come back out and start over and rebuild that confidence.
And he'll have this past the 30 prior to going out of bounds. A gain of 11 to kick off the drive, and it's a quick 1st down. So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33.
Detroit! Detroit! All right, now, look at 56.
Allen now on 1st down. Flush to his right. On the run, he'll let it go deep, right sideline. So they took a shot on 1st down, but couldn't connect.
Had the right idea there, trying to throw it to the sideline, but he let him just a little bit too much, trying to get it out to his receiver. Ends up falling to the ground, incomplete.
2nd and 10 from the 33-yard line.
4 down, 4 down. Check.
So they fake the handoff. Now Allen. Rush coming, and he's taken down.
We've been around this league for a while, and many coaches never pull their starting quarterback, almost no matter the situation. In this case, though, I think he's got to make a decision. He's taking a pretty good beating out there.
Yeah, and with the deficit, maybe not wanting to risk an injury.
Detroit! Gun! 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 Gun!
Allen now throwing on 3rd and long. Flushed out right. And this is going to be incomplete.
You hear the calls for a penalty, but I just don't think so. I think in this situation, the defender was making sure his guy couldn't hold on to the football. So I don't see anything that warranted a flag.
No, I'm with you. There was contact, but I'm happy they kept that flag in the back pocket. Their already slim hopes are going to ride on this one. They'll go on 4th down. As expected, they're going for it to keep the drive alive. Eluding the pressure, and he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. The Bills' drive stalls out on 4th down. And now the football's going to go over, already being placed at the 15-yard line.
Lucky 56. Gone.
They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. Escaping the pressure right. Throwing right, and that's complete. And here he'll get it down to the 7. A good pickup there. 8 yards on the first down completion. Under 4 to go now as they come up on 2nd down.
No. Check. Patriot.
And they'll go on the ground. And he'll be stopped up after only a couple of yards as he gets it down to the 5.
Well, they had that one sniffed out. Excellent run blitz. Stopped that one for a short gain.
What makes a good run blitz a good run blitz?
The ability to stay on task, to follow up your assignment, go to the gap you're supposed to cover, and not be deterred by anything else.
Now they'll run it on the toss. And not only will he not get the few inches he needs, he's going to go backwards. Call it a loss of 2 on the play. And it'll be 4th down. The kick by Carlson is good. And that will extend their lead now up to 22. So it's 3 more points, and that widens this thing out even further here in the 4th.
And you know in this league, you can never have enough points, but this widens it out, as you said, and now it's all about ball control, isn't it?
This is fielded at the goal line. And all deep in his own territory, he coughs up the football. And he's going to get this on down to the 13-yard line. So they need to determine if that knee was down before the ball was coughed up.
And they also wanted to make sure that the ball was possessed as they were going through it, that the ball wasn't working its way free before the knee hit the ground.
Allen and the Bills now with a 1st and 10 at their own 21. Throwing now is Allen. Flush to his right. Looking for Benjamin, but it's intercepted. Picked off by the linebacker, Raekwon McMillan. And they'll start with great field position at the 41-yard line. They've got good starting field position as they come up here 1st and 10. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll take this one up close to about the 45. Now a stoppage here as we've got a Bill shaken up on the play. We'll check on his status when we return to Orchard Park.
All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky.
On 2nd down, here's Allen. Uncorks one for Davis. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Buffalo touchdown. A big play there. His 2nd touchdown of the afternoon. And the Bills cut into that lead. And when a Hail Mary is completed for a touchdown pass like that, I think any defensive coordinator just puts their face right into their hands.
I don't think there's any doubt about it, and I don't have stats in front of me. I don't have the empirical numbers that say that in recent years the Hail Mary pass has been completed more than it has been, but it feels that way, doesn't it? And I know the defenses are spending more time on it. I think the biggest mistake they make is that they play everything from behind the receiver. I think they've got to start getting people in front as well to try and knock the ball away.
And the Dolphins are going to recover. Fourth quarter, they felt like they needed the football back. Unfortunately, they couldn't get it.
And I know we brought analytics into the game, and someone has said here that the data says that when a team's expecting an onside kick, 80% of the time, the team expecting it, they do actually recover the ball, which is what we saw here. I just wonder if that number is much more of an anecdotal type of a number. Kind of like when the coaches tell us, well, when you score on special teams, 93% of the time you win the game. I'm still waiting to see that number is empirical.
Time for a break. We'll come back to wrap this one up after this. This, in all probability, another run here on 2nd and 8. They'll run it now out of the gun. So a good spin move, but not a whole lot to show after as he's taken down. It'll be a gain of 5, but still about 3 yards shy of the first down marker, and now it's 3rd down. A play-action fake. They'll look to throw. They'll roll him out right. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. Now the ball comes loose, and they'll get this one down to about the 20-yard line. Not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10. That one looks like he'll throw here. And his throw's going to be incomplete.
You get a tight end like this, and you know he's used to dishing out punishment, but here, he's one that has to absorb the contact, and as a result, unable to hold on to the football.
After the incompletion, here's 2nd and 10 from the 20. They'll run it now out of the gun. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line.
Yeah, let me puff out my chest a little bit, even though I'm not rooting for either team. That was a really nice defensive play. It's awfully fun to watch, even in an offensive game.
The Dolphins on 3rd down. They've struggled to the tune of 2 for 8 so far. This is 3rd down and 12. Back to throw. Nowhere to turn this time, and he goes down. Sacked back at the 29. The Bills are going to go ahead and use their final timeout as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. Carlson able to put this one through. And that will make this now a 19-point advantage. So with that, you figure this game's pretty much out of reach at this point.
Yeah, it's going to take a heck of a comeback to come from 3 scores down. But don't change that channel. Don't go away. Miracles can happen, and you want to be here in case it does.
You're a company man.
Aren't I, though?
Back onto the field now comes the Bills offense. They're down big here late. I don't know. You just one last drive here for pride?
Some people like to do that. I remember playing for a guy once. We were down huge, and someone said, "Coach, what do you want to call?" He just waved a hand like, "Who cares? Let's get out of here and do something some other time." But some teams like to do something at the end to feel a little bit better as they continue to move forward.
Yeah, probably just want to put this one behind them.
Over! All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56.
Now a play fake here on 1st down. Forced out to his left. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. It's caught inside the 25. And all the way down to the 22-yard line. A big play here for Buffalo. 41 yards. Here's Allen on 1st and 10. And a flag comes in as that one falls incomplete. Well, let's see who this is on. Clearly wasn't outside of the tackle box. There's your penalty.
And accompanying that penalty, a loss of down.
They lose the yardage, and, of course, they also lose the down on the grounding call, and it's quickly 2nd and long.
Detroit!
From the gun, it's Allen. He's going to let it fly. And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked up by Minka Fitzpatrick. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. Both defenses have had their struggles, but they've been good enough to get them this lead, and another nice play there to help preserve the lead.
It's been a game of punch-counter-punch, hasn't it? All throughout. But this time, the big swing was taken, and it didn't land. Nice play by them on defense.
Well, Charles, it's one thing to win. It's another thing to win and put up the amount of points that they did. Boy, were they clicking on offense.
They can't help but feel great about themselves, can they? I mean, what a game to put up that number of points, continually feeling like they're moving the ball and things are working and clicking. They think that they can bottle this and carry it with them.
And as an offensive coordinator, you just don't think you can do anything wrong. Whatever you